So Lumina has this goal of 60% of the population with a post-secondary credential. That means anything that happens after high school, a certification, a certificate, a degree, etc. Collectively, these three organizations are going to be providing opportunity for hundreds of thousands of Americans to get a quality credential, and that's amazing. What we need to reach our goal is millions, and so I would encourage you, think about how you're going to be building out your programs to result in completion. And the one question I want to ask you is, how important is that C word, that completion word, into your programs? Maybe you could just give a brief comment on that.
Yeah, thanks, Hailey. So I've said this in a couple of sessions. Completion is really the core of the strategy around how we build our program in every element of design. And I think this is really important because for a learner to get the true value, they have to walk away with that credential. We know that there's a huge student debt burden in this country, $1.5 trillion now, and we know that many adult learners never complete that symbolic receipt of the credential, and without that, they don't get the full value. Similarly, I think it's really important for employers to realize that if their students don't complete, the employer doesn't derive the full value, right? The skills are only learned upon completion. And so I just encourage everyone, as you think about designing programs, to really maximize the potential for completion, as I think the employers here are doing as well.
Yeah, and I would add to it, for us, again, we're paying and enabling everything from the trades to college prep to high school completion all the way up to master's degree. So I want completion on top of completion on top of completion, right? You know, pursue and go after things and chase after it. I think to touch this many people is an amazing thing, and to be able to, I was telling some folks yesterday, the best part of my week is Friday, not because it's Friday, but because on Friday I get to hear stories of our cast members and employees and what an impact it has made to them, and being able to tell their kids, like, I'm setting an example for you, or I'm being the first in my family. So I think it's all about completion, upon completion, upon completion for our 80,000.
Yeah.
So I think for many of us that went to four-year residential colleges, we take for granted completion. The completion is just something you enter college, and the vast majority of people who enter college in a four-year residential college graduate. That is not the way it is for a majority of Americans, that they are trying to do college while they are working, while they're managing their families and parents, and it is enormously challenging for many of our employees to complete their degree. And I think when you design these programs, you have to do it in a way so that they are optimized for working adults.
Yeah.